EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to the Carolinas and Bank of America Stadium here in Uptown Charlotte. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New Orleans Saints and the Carolina Panthers. The Panthers kicker, Graham Gano, set and ready to go as we are off from Charlotte. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
60 out now.
The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down.
When we talk about Luke Kuechly, you can't talk about his overall game without talking about his intelligence and how he controls the whole defense. He quarterbacks that defense, and at times will actually make checks, just like a quarterback would on offense.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. It's the former Patriot Devin McCourty, and this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. He was looking to get that one to DJ Moore, and that'll bring up second down.
Ready. Mark 54. In your face. Quick there.
First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of one there.
Whenever we talk safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Jordan in there for sack number 85 of his great career, moving him past Hall of Famer Howie Long on the all-time list. Pilardi now on to punt as he sends this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line. Well, pretty woeful there. Just 23 yards on the punt. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Kyle Van Noy in on the stop.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, then you come with a big punch.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. The ex-Iowa Hawkeye Mike Daniels in for the sack. Well, you don't usually get a sack from a nose tackle spot, but we got one there.
No, we don't, and a lot of the times in passing situations, they end up off the field anyway. So how happy was he to work his way back to the quarterback and put him on the ground? He's going to have to put a nickname after something like that, some Big Jelly or something like that.
That's Luke Kuechly with a sack. Here's Thomas Morstead now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lock behind it. Wow. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this is inside the 30. Give him 32 on the play.
Tell you what, partner, you get the football in his hands, just give him a little bit of open space. As we just saw, he can make you pay.
And he wasn't the top option there, but check down turned into first down and then some. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. 14 yards, good for a Panther first down.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field, it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
On second down, McCaffrey. And he is going to lose yardage here. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's third down. Bear in mind, that wasn't a big lineman back there for the tackle for loss. That was a cornerback.
So are you saying the myth has been shattered? That all of them are not just cover corners? Some of them actually will stick their nose in and tackle when necessary? That's what we just saw, isn't it?
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through. And the Panthers stake claim to a 3-0 lead. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it.
Punt's better. Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn into first downs and hopefully points.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Jones. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's Shrek taps it here with a pick. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
A pass there over the middle to start things out. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
Check, 47. I'm coming, baby.
On the ground, McCaffrey. And he is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line. No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal at the Saints' 1-yard line.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal.
54.
Now it's Jackson. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sack back around the 8. Demario Davis coming in for the sack that time. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. 3rd and goal, option right. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. This situation in the 4th quarter, you go for it. But here, take the points.
If you go for it here and don't get it, you and I are missing our plane, and we're going to the post-game press conference to hear him justify it. Because the next thing we'll see is the owner walking in announcing a firing. There is no way he goes for it here. Get the field goal. It's the first half of the game. You've got time to make it up.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They are still in search of their first points of the ball game, but only down 6-0 as they begin with a first down. A nice run on first down gets him 6 yards to the 31. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
From the 31, Jones nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Muhammad Wilkerson sacks him that time, coming in off the edge.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Throwing Jones. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. K1 short with a sack. That's 315 pounds of man right there. And here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. Now Austin. A 46-yard punt, 8 yards on the return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Now they're about to come up on drive number 4, but so far just 2 field goals on drives 1 through 3.
Wondering if the head coach has talked with his offense coordinator and said, look, let's go ahead and press this a little bit. I'm giving you 4 downs on just about every occasion to try and get this offense kick-started and have it culminate in touchdowns. You know, maybe something to press it a little bit. This might be the case.
They go play action now. Jackson, and with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long?
Check tight. Check tight. Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship. Show it in. Show it right.
Now it's Jackson. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. Avoids him at the 40. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the first down marker. Well, the screen gets 7, but it's not enough, and it'll be 4th down. And he gets it away, and it's a laser headed for the sidelines. And out of bounds, sailed over, looked like right near the pylon. This one's going to be perfect. Directional kicking at its finest, right down at the 1. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They're still looking at 0 on the scoreboard, and they're going to be hard-pressed to do anything with this field position as they'll start at their 1-yard line.
This almost feels like you're trying to climb Mount Everest because they can put together a decent drive, get a couple of first downs, maybe a 3rd one.
There he goes, right side. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara, 99 yards, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. And with that carry, he's already over 100 yards here in the first half.
And, partner, you know exactly what he's saying to his teammates right now, right? Especially to the play caller.
Give me the ball.
Again, and again, and again. It's not that heavy, sir. I'll take it.
This is taken at the 3. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they're coming off a 3 and out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. So the first interception of his career under center, and you knew it was going to happen sooner or later.
It has to. And I know he feels like the world is just tumbling down at this moment, but there's got to be some veteran somewhere, some mentor that's going to tell him, hang in there, my man. Plenty more to come.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Brian Burns coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. On the counter, here's Kamara. Only 2 yards on the carry. That's going to set up a 3rd and long, 3rd and 15 to be exact.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. It's the former Patriot Devin McCourty. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Back to the ground on 1st. It's McCaffrey. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Now a throw downfield is taken in by his running back. 19 yards the pick up there. Move the chains. This quarterback now 6 of 10 in this first half. He's got his guys a first down here. Jackson. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive.
That's what I do. 4-7's the mic. 4-7's the mic. Hey.
2nd and 10. Here's Jackson again. That's going to be caught by Samuel. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion, but I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
14 yards, good for a Panther first down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 13 yards, first down, Panthers.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, and the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Now a draw play to McCaffrey, and able to work his way down to the 16. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1.
Brings up 3rd and 13.
A third field goal in the first half, not what they're looking for as they come up on 3rd down.
We got to step it up. Mike's 47. 47.
Throwing is Jackson. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Eli Apple.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 19-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll just keep two hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
And it's 3rd down.
You got nothing to
Jones now on 3rd down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And the punt goes out of bounds. Where will they put it? They'll put it just inside the 45-yard line. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, we'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This fielded at the 2.
Let's go. The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance? Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Marcus Davenport, the first rounder out of UTSA, with a sack. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
He's checking. Wait.
Jackson. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And they will finally run him down, but not until he brings this one all the way back down inside the 10-yard line. They had him back deep, got the interception, and now they start inside the 10.
Partner forgets starting inside the red zone. They're inside the green zone. From the 10-yard line in, a lot of teams call it that because that's the money zone. Get it into the end zone and make your cash.
They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12. Kamara trying again. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. A very valuable 9-yard pickup, and now they're set up a little better here for 3rd and goal. From the 3 now, here they come on 3rd and goal. They'll run it with Kamara, and he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Alvin Kamara Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Saints take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash in for 6. Lutz with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This is taken at the 3. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
The Panthers take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. No room to be had there on the first down run as he's lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Throwing on second down, Jackson. And Thomas has it. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a first down. So they move from 136 over to the other as they come up on first down. From the gun, it's Jackson going up top. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
You got tight right there. Watch the safety creep. Ready, go.
Jackson now on second and 10. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he'll go down at the 28. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up third and 3.
The second down completion got him 7. Now here's third and 3.
47's the mic, boy. 47. Yeah. Check 47. I got one. Slam.
To throw again is Jackson. He'll get this to McCaffrey out of the back. And down inside the 15 he goes. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 14.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
And he's got the hook up to Moore. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7. Again, Jackson. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Cameron Jordan, who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. 9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on third and long.
Mike spot 4. Mike spot 4. Hey, that QB's trash. What? Go. Goes right. Check 31. Right there.
Jackson from the shotgun. And he's got it. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
Check 24. Check 24. Check.
McCaffrey. And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out as his guys have cut the lead down to 2. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown, because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
And on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
McCaffrey will try to run it in, and he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments. An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the third quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the fourth quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
A gain there of 21 yards.
A gain of 21 yards. First down, New Orleans.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. Jones from the gun, he'll throw. He's going to fire one, and look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. It's the former Patriot Devin McCourty, and he's able to get it back to right around the 27. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Cameron Jordan, who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Got a man open. It's Thomas. It's a touchdown for New Orleans. Michael Thomas, 36 yards. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Lutz good on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Looking for the out route, and he's got more. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. Give him 15 there, and the Panthers have a 1st down.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys.
From the gun, Jackson. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. Curtis Samuel, the one he was looking for. And now it's second down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Now left side on the swing pass. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. Now a third down throw, but it misses the target. Incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Check, 47. Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D. 47, Mike. 47, Mike. Mike, 47. He's tired of me. Hey. He's tired of us. Check. Fresno.
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sheldon Rankins abruptly ends that play with a sack. So they really needed points here in a two-score game. Could not come away with anything there on fourth.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. They run it again with Kamara. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
He'll get 15 and a Saints first down.
70 Indians.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54. I'm here all.
Now on second and 13. Jones. And it's intercepted at the goal line. It's the former Patriot Devin McCourty. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And give him now 4 interceptions in this game. That's only the third time this has been done since the year 2000.
I think that tells you how much better teams have gotten at throwing the football. Because if you go all the way back to 1960, 12 times before that, there have been guys who've gotten 4 interceptions or more in a game. I mean, most recently, since 2000, Delta O'Neal and D'Angelo Hall.
Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do that.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Jordan able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Remember, throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. They wind up getting 16, but even that's not quite enough. It's fourth down.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent gain. Now they're in fourth and manageable.
Just a little short, though. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Eli Apple, and he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
At the 27-yard line.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
Hey, D-line, let's get him now. Let's get him now.
A man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Kamara again. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
A loss of 2 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Ready.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Dante Jackson picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. After the interception, here's Jackson. Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. 14 yards, good for a Panther first down. They'll run with McCaffrey. Takes this up just short of the 30, but he was able to avoid that earlier tackle. Nice move. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Tried to go for the big one there on 2nd down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Jackson to throw. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. To throw is Jackson. Throwing on 4th down. Completes it to Samuel. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a Panthers first down, 17 yards on the play. Jackson now. They'll roll him out right. His throw incomplete.
Appeared to me he was just trying to find an open receiver and got forced out to his right. Had to come off of a guy downfield, try to hit his back. Unable to connect. Should have been an easier throw moving to his right, though.
Yeah, much easier, obviously, for a right-handed quarterback. If he was going to his left, a little bit tougher.
Exactly.
On 2nd and 10. Jackson. He's got McCaffrey open. Complete. 7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Now it's Jackson. The catch made by Miller. And he is into the end zone for the touchdown. So they still need a miracle with the clock where it's at, but they get one piece to the puzzle done.
Still have hope.
Coming from where they were, they knew this was going to be tough, but they got the touchdown. Now they need the miracle, the onside kick and a little extra.
Yeah, and you have to get the onside kick and not have the ball bounce around a lot and eat up time. You want to be able to grab it, possess it, and get your offense out there for what you just termed a miracle last chance.
Now the Saints are going to get to this one, so that should about do it. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining. And they take a knee. And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. The Saints in victory formation now as they'll take the knee. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout. Here's Thomas Morstead now. He's been terrific so far. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down to close to